Hey, pleasant good morning, my friends. This is your truly Gavin Mamdi. This is your program, my friends, Police of the Heart, on Sunday, the 3rd of July, 2016. It's a pleasure being back with you, my friends, on another day. I thank you, Almighty, for continuing to give me good health and strength as now recently recover from a really bad virus, and, as I reflect on life itself, most of us, we are not fortunate, in being able to wake up every morning and having good health and strength, my friends. And that is something we can never ever take for granted, no matter how difficult life can be, no matter what trials we go through. And as we reflect on the passing of our former Prime Minister, the Patrick Manning, and who passed away yesterday morning. And it really disturbs me when I look at social media, especially with our youths, and the kind of comments they will make. I ask myself, where's the respect for human life? Where's the respect for humanity? And growing up, everyone from my parents who took good care of me by loving me and teaching me good moral and spiritual values. I want to become the person I am today. And growing up, I always need to have respect for my own leaders, no matter how I may feel about them in terms of their public life, in terms of the way they carry about themselves. But I will never ever wish bad on anyone. And I urge each and every one of you to let us have respect for human life, because you wouldn't like no one to be speaking ills about you if you were to pass away tomorrow. And that is something we need to teach our children, my friends. We need to teach our children love and appreciation towards one another, how we live with one another. And when I look at our youths, my friends, it really disturbs me, and that is why I want to deal with the issue of youth and drugs that plays in our society, especially the issue of marijuana. And we need to train our children how to be more productive, in terms of their talent, in terms of what they have to offer. You see this thing about lying in the block and have your pants down and when they smoke your little joint and you think it's all cool and good. No, my friends, you're just bringing down yourself because you're not being productive. And when you take the drugs, it takes an effect on you. Because I have seen cases where mothers come to me crying because the sons beat them because of the drug. And I'm known of a case with that person is bouncing from job to job because he cannot control himself, because that's what drugs do to you. And so my friends, it takes it takes oneself to really change. You really need to look into your heart and mind. And spirituality, it goes a long way. When you have God in your life, that nothing can go wrong. So I am calling on parents out there to really be there for your children. What children need and what is missing, and that's what the crime situation is so out of control, is love. Receiving love and giving love. And that is what we need to teach our children. How to control their anger, how to control the emotions. Growing up from 12 years old, I know how to write songs and express myself, right? And so, even like poetry or whatever, some people may say it's gay, but it's not. It's about expressing yourself instead of turning into a life of crime. You express yourself like what I'm doing right now. I am doing something productive, right? And you still need to understand. Complaining won't get you anywhere, Sitting down, wondering, why you don't have a job, etc. Get up and work, do something about it. Take a course. There are many things you could do. Search within yourself for that talent. God has given each and every one of us a gift of talent, my friends. Each and every one of us has that talent. But It's all on your mindset. It's how you apply yourself by believing in yourself and having full confidence of yourself. And you show that talent to the world. And then the world will look up to you and respect you. So I'm calling on parents to do their responsibility by being a parent and being by being a parent and being there for your children. Because when you look at foreign countries and you see why youth, especially these youths, right, live a life of sex and drugs and alcohol and stuff, it's because they have no one to turn to. They have no one to talk to and do all the problems. So they use these substances, hoping that it will give them some kind of relief. But really and truly what they're doing is bringing on themselves. Because at the end of the day, whatever satisfaction, whatever you may feel for that moment, it's only for that moment. And it destroys your whole life, it takes away your whole life. Especially when you look at the drug trade. Do you know that when you buy marijuana, or you sell marijuana, you are endangering your life? You got the top this when you I was looking at a movie this morning called Homefront. And when you watch that movie and look at these mafia and stuff, if you refuse to even take a drug, they will come after you because in their minds it's a money business. So why would you put yourself in that situation where you have a whole life ahead of you? Why? So it's not only the parents' responsibility, but the children to look within themselves and take that responsibility as a son and daughter to not only live that life that is pleasing to the Almighty, but to please their parents also, so they can make their parents proud. So that person can grow up to be a doctor, a lawyer, or even if you're not a doctor or a lawyer and you're working for minimum wage, thank God you have a job. Thank God because especially in these economic times, persons out there with a degree can't even get a job. So I'm calling on parents, I'm calling on children, I'm calling on teachers to play that huge role in your students' lives by making a difference, by touching a life, saving a life, because you don't know what's going through that person's mind. And that is why I encourage for counselors and psychiatrists in schools. So, we can even priests, pastors, imam to go into the schools also, right? Because to deal with the issues of, students with drugs and violence psychologically. So, my friends, I hope each and every one of you bear this in mind that our children needs love and affection. And also, remember that life is not only how you live, but it's how we treat one another. If each and every one of us has that mentality of loving and serve one another through the whole world, then there'll be no crime, there'll be no war, and especially if there were no drugs, if youths were, let's say this whole world is drug free, then we wouldn't be only improving our family life and our own lives, but we'll be improving the economy also because your mind will be productive and you'll be giving back to the society, you'll be giving back to your community. So you made that difference within yourself. So my friends, I thank you all for watching this program. I don't want to be too long. And I continue to thank the Almighty for giving me this health and strength in spreading this word to you, my friends. I thank you all for viewing, through the love and support, because this week I really had a tough week. I wasn't well, and God gave me that through the Almighty. Because every morning I wake up, every night before I go to bed, I say my prayers, and He has given me that health and strength to carry on His word to you, my friends. And I'm eternally grateful. So I thank you all for viewing. I mean, the Almighty God bless each and every one of you. God bless.